As part of our New Zealand education tour, Team Step Ahead, led by director Mr. Anil Benawal, had the privilege of visiting Unitec Auckland, one of the country's leading institutes, renowned for its innovative and career-focused education. Our visit took us to Mata Aho, Unitec's purpose-built trades facility, a state-of-the-art hub where students gain practical, hands-on training with industry-standard tools, cutting-edge technology, and the latest equipment. We were warmly welcomed by Mr. Lee Baglow, head of the trade school, who personally guided us through the facility and shared valuable insights into how Unitec equips students with real-world skills and experiences that prepare them for successful careers.
We have to be far more creative and do things better because we don't have the finance to throw at it. So this is the automotive piece. So when we moved into Mataho, we needed to find a different way to be able to deliver technical automotive. The problem we've got in automotive, you've got the steering, brake, suspension, all the mechanical components. Thing is, these days, they're just mobile computer systems or they're mobile power generation systems, etc., etc. So what we ended up having to do was come up with a system which would allow us to deliver the training on these systems without having to have a massive fleet of brand new cars parked outside.
Right.
So these things, for instance, electric vehicles. And what we can do is this is a Siemens controller. And what we can do with this thing is we can turn it on, and then we can switch it to a different form of driveline.
Right.
So that way we can do the testing and the diagnostics on the motors, etc., without the need to have the vehicle in here.
Okay.
But we do keep an EV, a Leaf in here, simply because it's pointless doing all of this stuff on the theory if you can't translate it to the real world. So this, for instance, here, it's traction control, electronic stability program, anti-lock braking trainer. So we're not interested in any other machine. All we're interested of the circuits.
Yeah.
So what we can do with this thing is we could take this, we can bring it up to here, we can plug it into one of these units, which is hooked up to a PC. Then we can run a computer controlled training program. The advantage for the student is that this is totally individual. The tutor can spend more time with learners who require the support. This person here can go at their own time, and they can go as far. We only deliver to that point. But if they find that they're really deeply interested and engaged with it, they can go as far as they want with it. We don't bother to restrict any learning. Just as long as they complete the assessments, they can access all of this stuff and do what they want with it. So these are the old-fashioned, you may have seen them from what
fuses?
Yeah. So what we do with this, again, similar unit. We will plug this into that unit there. We run a computer program, and then we're going to be building circuits using this. So we spent quite a bit of cash building these things up.
So not only just we have training facility for automotive, but
Yeah.
also for the new electrical vehicles.
All
Same.
exactly the same. We do have an electric vehicle market. We have a very strong new hybrid vehicle market.
Right.
And then New Zealand's fleet is very, very old. So we have an old internal combustion market. But what we have to do, because we need to train to the needs of the employers and the market and what's out there, we'll do electric vehicle, we'll do hybrid technology, we'll do old-fashioned ICE technology. So it all comes into one. We run very similarly to a UK model where you're everything. But this gives you an idea of something. So this is from an Audi. This is an Audi setup, and you can see the area. So it's electronically controlled, and these are the motors inside, which will move what was a lever backwards up. But now we've got to put a motor on it to make it a lot easier for the customer to move the vehicle. So they've even got auto hold. So you're trying to balance the clutch and the hamper. Takes away the skill, but I'm sure somebody likes it. But these again are Lucas New. Again, exactly the same setup. We'll run a guided diagnostics with this. And again, we're not interested in any of this unit here. We're interested in the computer control software. And that's the so if you want to be if you want to be involved in IT and you like machine coding, then the automotive industry is ideal for you. You've got JLR. These are really good. So again, this is the same problem as you face with the electrical. So this is ancillary circuits, lights of the headlights and all that kind of stuff. And what we can do with this is we can simply take units out, put units in, and then we give the students we ask them to design the wiring diagram, and then they'll hook it all up, and then they'll get it working. If it doesn't work, we can do all sorts of diagnostics with it. But the beauty of this is we can actually now go that one step further and actually make it microprocessor controlled. So we can put a CAN, so that's the electronic signaling around a vehicle, if you want a better description. So we can make this as sophisticated as we want. In case you've never seen one before, this is a battery pack, and those are the cells. So when when you see that you can replace a cell, when you come to these things, you've got all these companies springing up and says, you can buy a cell from us, and you just pull your battery pack out and you put your cell. No, why? Because even as something as a television remote control will always tell you to replace 2 batteries. Because if you've got one cell that's degraded, then odds on that the rest of them are actually going to start to degrade. But this is an ecological nightmare waiting to happen. Because we import these cars into New Zealand, a lot from Japan, with the batteries, and the batteries are going to degrade. So we're left with the cleanup of what we do with them. This thing here, again, this highlights really some of the problems we face in automotive. So this is a Volkswagen Polo. The idea, look, that's a wiring room and what really is an entry-level car. But if you take a look, the reason why this one's important is we've got these cables here, and it allows us to access the electronic system. So you're looking at ways of being able to teach students how to diagnose, because if they do this wrong and they put the wrong meter across this, they're going to fry the entire the system, and then that's heaps of money with the employers. So we keep this up, and we'll do repairs on it. But again, in terms of engineering, and I've seen the EV tuk-tuks. That's genius. Somebody decided that they were going to replace that 2-stroke with, again, that's engineering. It's all engineering.
That was automotive at Unitec, and we've got more coming. Next up, mechanical, electrical, carpentry, plumbing, and gas fitting. Hit like, share, and subscribe to join us on the journey.